All right, so it's pretty windy today. I have my mic on. Hopefully this will work, but I did end up losing this third hive. These two are obviously doing just fine. So I went and picked up a package of bees this morning. It's a 3-pound package of bees sitting over there. I'm gonna just quickly show you how to put them in here, or how I do it at least anyways. I'm sure there's a lot of different ways to do it, but so basically I've taken out 4 frames from this deep brood box, and I'm going to basically pour bees into that space, and then I can add these frames after they're in there. Usually these packaged bees aren't too aggressive, but you never know. I'm still going to put my veil on. I'm not going to put anything else on. I might get stung, but I'm okay with that. I think a little bit of bee venom is good for you every now and again anyway. All right, so this is the package of bees. This is 3 pounds of bees. This was almost $200. I don't know if you can even see any of that. Basically a cage full of bees. There's a can of sugar water in there, and there's also a queen in there in a cage. So I'll show you that after a little bit here. So you kind of need a couple different things for this. One is marshmallows. The queen is actually in her own little cage with a cork on it, so we got to get the cork out, replace it with a marshmallow, so then they can chew through that to release her once she's in here. You want her to be in here for, I don't know what exactly the amount of time is, but just enough time for her smell and everything, so the bees that are in here accept her as the queen, and then they just stay here. With these 2 hives being right next to her, to this hive, there's probably going to be some drift where some of the bees are going to just go towards these ones because they can smell these 2 queens over here. I don't have another spot for this one to go. Otherwise, I would try to put it somewhere else far away from these 2. But it's just a chance I'm willing to take. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of dump these bees basically into here. But there's a little bit of process. Got to get the can out. Got to get the queen out and just kind of put her back here so she's safe, doesn't get too hot. I do have sugar water 1-to-1 that I'll probably spray them. Basically, the way I see it is like putting peanut butter on a dog's nose or arm. It's going to keep them preoccupied for a little while I do what I have to do, and hopefully they're not too angry with me for kind of really uprooting their whole life here, I guess. So. All right, so first step, you kind of have to get them off this can. So it's kind of violent, but you shake them down. That gets them off this can, and kind of pull this up a little bit. And I'm going to get this queen out of here. There's going to be some bees that are going to get out. You just want to check the queen, make sure that she's still in there, that she's alive. It's a pretty small queen. Let me see if I can focus in on her there. I don't know if you'll be able to see that in this light, but she's in there. She's really small, so she's a new queen. But there you can kind of see the cork at the end. We're going to take that out and we're going to replace that with a little bit of marshmallow. And then they'll chew through that to release her after a while. It should take a little while to chew through that. So I'm going to put her down here in the shade just so she's not in the sun. And then I'm going to spritz these bees that are still in here with a little bit of sugar water. You don't want to go too crazy and get them super saturated, but just get enough on there where they have a little something that they preoccupy them, I guess. If it's super cold, I probably wouldn't do this, but it's a beautiful day today, so. All right. So I'm just going to shake them down again, get them to the bottom, and then we're going to tip them up and just drop them in the hive here, okay? It's kind of a weird thing. You feel bad doing it, but kind of tip it back and forth best you can. Try to get as many out as you can. You're probably not going to get all of them out of there, but whatever is left, I just kind of leave right in front of the hive here. we'll get that set up later. But as you can see, they're kind of all in there. They're all starting to climb the comb. It's kind of a windy day, so they're probably not too happy with me. But I'm just going to slide all these in slowly. You can kind of see them all in there. And then I'm going to put the queen basically in between these two frames. So if you can see here, there's the cork. And put a little bit of marshmallow, so I'm just going to kind of pull the cork out, keep my thumb over that, make sure the queen doesn't get out. I'm just going to shove this in. So she's already in there. All right, so they'll have to eat through that to get her out. So that's going to give us some time, help them acclimate to the area or to their new space, and release their queen in hopefully a day or two. Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. All right, so she's in there. There's bees kind of flying all around. They'll find their way back in there, and they'll smell all the smell. You'll probably see bees come out of the front, and they'll start fanning and just trying to get that smell from her out into the wilderness here. I did make a little bit of like a pollen patty. There is pollen out right now. I've been seeing bees from this other hive come in with pollen, but this will just help with this new hive here. I'm just going to score it a little bit. And that's it. I do have some sugar syrup that I'm going to put on top of this just to help along. So again, with that rest of this container here, I'm going to try to prop it up next to the entrance here best I can. So hopefully they'll start to smell her, the queen that's in here, and continue to go into the hive there. So but that's in a nutshell how you install a package, or how I do. Some people just put that crate package just right into the hive and just let them naturally come out. I don't have time in the next couple of days to come back and check on that, so I wanted to come back tomorrow and check and make sure. And I don't know, it's going to be rainy and just not nice weather, so we'll have to see. I have a couple of days off this week, so I'll do an update on this and see. Yeah, see, they're just getting blown all over the place. But yeah. Again, I use these white boxes just to make sure that I remember that there's sugar water underneath or on top of the hive there. I never have this sugar water on when my honey supers are on. Then you just turn in the sugar water into honey, and people don't want that. So this is just when there's just a brood box at the bottom. So. All right, so it's been a couple of days, and I just want to go into this hive, double check, make sure that that queen was released. And if she isn't, then I'm gonna release her myself. It's not the greatest day to be going into the hives because it's kind of cloudy. It's been raining off and on, but I just got to get in there, make sure she's free. So I'm gonna do it, try to do it as quickly as I can. I didn't bring a smoker or anything, so they might be a little angry with me. If you can see there, they have released her. So that's good. Just gonna shake these bees out here and call her good. You can kind of see they're eating that patty. So that's a good sign. And I'll come check in a couple of days and just make sure that that queen is laying eggs. There's signs that she's still in there. And so yeah, feel good about that. We'll close her up. All right, so it's about a week, maybe a little bit more, since I installed this package. And the company has a money back guarantee that if the queen isn't laying, that you get your money back, and it's $200. So I want to make sure that she's laying. If I think you get 14 days. And so I just want to check, make sure she's got eggs in there. And it's not the ideal weather. It's pretty cloudy, cold. It's a cold day today. But just quickly gonna go in there, make sure I can see some eggs, and then get out. So there's the queen right there. So she's still in here. I was able to see larvae and eggs and everything, so I think we can call it a success. She actually looks bigger now that she's out of that cage, so you can kind of see her. She's got a longer torso. But yeah, that's what they look like.